Welcome to our Sunday Reflections. This Sunday is the third Sunday of the Easter season, and we are continuing reading about the resurrection narratives. In this Sunday's Gospel, we have the risen Lord appearing to a small group of his disciples, not in Jerusalem, but in Galilee. The Gospel mentions Peter, Thomas, Nathanael, Zebedee's sons, and two others, a total of 7 of Jesus' disciples and apostles. Peter, the man of action, wants to go fishing and the others follow. Did they return to their former way of life? For some of them were fishermen. Did they return to their previous jobs because they thought that the Kingdom of God project had come to an end with the death of Jesus? The risen Lord goes looking for his flock who are still confused with the reports of the resurrection. He has already appeared to them a couple of times in Jerusalem, but they still do not understand. Peter, in particular, needs to be reconciled and reaffirmed. The Gospel says, "That night they caught nothing." It brings to mind what Jesus had previously said, "Without me you can do nothing." Once again, as in a previous time, Jesus tells them where to cast their nets. It is in the obedience to his word and his call that our efforts become fruitful. The disciple whom Jesus loved is the first to recognize that it is the Lord. As in the empty tomb, he was also the first to believe. Peter is the man of action. The beloved disciple is the man of faith, the contemplative. As in the miracle of the feeding of the crowds, here too Jesus feeds his flock. The risen Lord does not appear in a hostile and recriminating manner, demanding to know why they abandoned and denied him. He comes to them in a gentle and peaceful and yet firm way, as Peter will soon find out. He comes to reconcile them. He comes to feed them. He comes to return them to the kingdom call. Peter denied Jesus 3 times in public. Now Peter must profess his love for Jesus publicly 3 times. Is Jesus shaming Peter in asking 3 times if he loved him? Most probably Peter did feel shame, guilt, and embarrassment at being asked the same question 3 times in front of the others. Jesus' intention was not to shame Peter, but he wanted to know whether Peter was ready and willing to return to his kingdom call. Peter professed that even if the others abandoned Jesus, he, Peter, would not abandon him, that he would even die for Jesus. Peter should be a good reminder to us all that even in our best moments, we will falter. We will fail. Yet even when we fail and stumble, these are not excuses to stay away from God. Just the opposite is true. In failure, we learn most clearly our need of God. The other key point in this dialogue between the risen Lord and Jesus is the connection between love of God and love of neighbor. As in the first letter of John says, "For whoever does not love their brother and sister whom they have seen cannot love God whom they have not seen." The risen Lord makes it very clear that loving God is intimately connected with serving and caring for our brothers and sisters. The relationship with God, by necessity, places us in relationship with others. My name is Father Tony Diaz, Claretian Missionary. God bless.